It cost him everything. It cost him his life, his death, his resurrection, the life of grace. It's a free gift, but it cost Christ his life. We also realize that it cost us everything. I can't steal heaven. I can't steal grace. I can't steal the life of Christ. I have to be willing to sell everything for the sake of him. And to realize that it can't be partial measure of everything.
We love you. You ready to see your baby brother, baby sister?
Yes, it's going to be tomorrow.
Alright, bye Mimi. Take care of them. Can't see my feet. Alright guys, so it is July 31st and it is 7:42 p.m. We are here getting ready to have a baby. Today and like this past week, you guys, I'll have to like update you guys on just like how this whole week went, but it's been a week full of so many emotions and it's been a roller coaster, honestly, in terms of being induced, and like I've been on the induction schedule for like days and we've just been waiting and waiting for whenever it was going to be time to have the baby. This morning I was waiting for a call again to see if I was going to be induced. Long story short, I was told no. This morning I was told, sorry, we're full, like we're not gonna have you be induced. So I spent the whole day thinking that it wasn't gonna happen. I went to the doctor like around 1 o'clock and they checked me. They said I'm about like 4 centimeters dilated, 80% effaced, but still that I was just gonna have to kind of wait to see like when they would have a spot for the induction. So Joe and I, we took the kids to Chili's and we had lunch. Then I went home, I took a nap, and then I got a phone call like around 5 saying that they had space in the hospital and to come on down to be induced. So I went from like last night thinking, okay, tomorrow's the day. So I woke up this morning thinking there's a good chance it's gonna be baby day. Then I was told no, so then I thought no, it's not baby day, and then to get the phone call a little while ago saying yes, it is baby day. It's just been like, as you can imagine, just exhausting and like all of the emotions, but I'm so happy that we are here. Just to give you guys like a little bit of background, I'm 40 weeks and 1 day today, so definitely at this point overdue, uncomfortable. This induction experience has been a little bit different from Jackson. So if you guys happen to be new here, I was induced with Jackson at 39 weeks, but it was much more like scheduled and like I wasn't bumped on the schedule a million times. This time around it's just been a little bit more complicated, I guess, but we've been trusting that again in God's time, like when he wanted me to either go into spontaneous labor or be induced, then I would. Here's Joe bringing in all of the bags. He went to the car to get all of our bags. Oh, one more bag? Anyway, we're super excited. I'm feeling, I don't know, like excited, but also nervous. Like I've done this 2 other times before. I've given birth 2 other times before, but I'm starting to freak out. So yeah, I'm just starting to get nervous. What is your face? Are you nervous?
I'm not.
Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Here, show them like the little thing where the baby's gonna go. All the baby stuff. Just looking at that.
Yes, I'm very familiar with this. The incubator.
That's not an incubator, is it?
Yeah, it's got a heating lamp.
So far, like we just got in, I signed a bunch of papers, so like, there's like a lot of paperwork you gotta do, and then they have me hooked up to the monitor, so I have like the little blood pressure thing. They're monitoring me and baby. I've got a bunch of stuff on my belly, like I'm wearing like a bunch of those like monitors, and then they did do my IV, so got my IV over here. I already spoke to the anesthesiologist. He came in just to talk about the epidural, and hopefully that'll go smooth. So now I'm just kind of waiting. God willing, this will not be a super lengthy labor, but again, I have no control of that. I do not know what will happen, but I'm gonna take some time just to pray and just trust that everything's gonna be exactly how God wants it to be. Given that this is baby number 3, that I'm already 4 centimeters, the nurse was telling me that I probably will be put on Pitocin, but maybe not a lot, or like that they won't need to give me as much. So we'll wait and see, but I will keep you guys updated and as much as I can, like again, depending how this goes. But yeah, this is the beginning of baby number 3, and I'm freaking out, so I'm gonna just put the camera down for a little bit. But this is our room. The room is nice and big. Joe's got a nice couch that turns into a bed. Even though you're not gonna sleep, you're gonna help me with the child all night long. All right, guys, so it's like 8:40. About 10 minutes ago, so like around 8:26, I wrote on my phone, sorry, they're doing blood pressure on me. My doctor came in, saw my doctor, and she broke my water. That was a really weird experience because I think with Jackson, I did have my water broken, but I had already had my epidural. This time around, I had my water broken without an epidural, so I got to really feel what it was like to have your water broken. So the way that it works with the induction and all of that is like the doctor comes in, there's like this like stick that they put in your vagina, and it has like a little hook, I think. It doesn't hurt, like the process doesn't hurt, it's just it feels weird because all of a sudden you feel like this warm gush of fluid like all down there. Kind of feels like if, like, I don't know, it kind of feels like when you have your period and like if you stand up and you just like suddenly like have a bunch of like period blood like gushing down, you know, like that feeling of just like warm fluid sensation. That's what it felt like. So it was pretty interesting to kind of like feel what that feels like, because that's what it would feel like if like you had that spontaneous water, you know, your water breaking like in the movies, that sudden just being totally wet and stuff down there. But it was surprising because I didn't think it would be so warm. Like it was actually rather warmish hot. So that was a new experience, something that I haven't experienced in labor before. So they did that. They also have me hooked up to Pitocin. So that right over there, that is, one of them is Pitocin and the other one is just like IV. So they're really hoping that now that my water is broken, that they have me hooked up to Pitocin. They have me at like a 2 in Pitocin, whatever dosage it is, so it's very low. But the idea is that since now my water is broken, it's gonna start up the contractions. So I am having contractions, and so I'm trying to get the epidural as soon as I can so that I don't experience like a lot of pain. But like even right now, it's like my belly is tightening, and then it kind of causes me to like have to just stop for a minute, and baby's moving. Just stop for a minute and just like catch my breath. It's not painful yet, it's just like I have a hard time breathing when I'm contracting. So yeah, that's where we're at. Joe went to go get some food because he's allowed to eat. I am not allowed to eat, I can only have fluids. My little water over there, so I can have water, and then I can have anything that's like clear liquids. But right now all I want is water. But I am contracting, and like right now, again, still not super painful, but a little bit. We're getting to the point where it's uncomfortable. And it's only been like 10 or so minutes since my water broke. Something else that they told me was that since they broke my water, all that amniotic fluid, like I'm gonna continue to leak that amniotic fluid until the baby is here. So this entire time, like they put like some paper down there just so that it catches like all the amniotic fluid, but you're gonna be leaking. So I feel like I'm leaking. I feel like I have a massive leak, which I do, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't, like the, you know, the fluid leaving you doesn't hurt. It's just it just feels like you're peeing yourself. It just feels like you're super wet down there. So yeah, I'll pick up the camera again when I can, but right now I'm just gonna try to breathe through contractions, and hopefully I don't like have to deal with too much pain. But I'm super excited, nervous still, but very excited. Joe just got back from getting food. What did you get?
Pizza?
I hate you. Pizza? What is that? Chex cereal?
Chex cereal.
And just a bunch of snacks?
Yeah.
Grapes, and I can't eat any of it. But it's okay, because we went to Chili's. Oh, what is that? Oh, a bun cake? They have bun cakes? Well, that's nice. I am starting to really...
Look at that.
You see it?
Which one?
Oh, you see the contraction? Like, oh, yeah, no. The nurse just came in and I was like in the middle of a contraction. And it was like a big one. It was like the biggest, most painful one I've had.
Yeah, I see it right.
And right now, Oh, she's like, do you want to start thinking about the epidural? And I said, yes, yes. No, I know, but she finally went to go tell the anesthesiologist. Holy cow.
Did you forget that feeling?
Yeah. Oh. And then it's weird because every time I have a contraction, it also like pushes more of that amniotic fluid out. It pushes it out, so I just feel like when I'm getting the contraction, I just feel like I'm peeing on myself and peeing on myself. But yeah, they're starting to get more painful, which is to be expected. But that's why I think we're gonna start to try to get the meds in, because this sucks. Like, if my water would have really broken at home and I had to wait, I don't know that I would have made it here. And like without a bunch of pain. I mean, really, these hard contractions started like very soon after they broke my water. But I know it could also be the Pitocin and all of that. But yeah, this is starting to get uncomfy. So it is 10:24 and I wasn't able to update earlier because the nurse has been in here talking to us for the longest time. She's super nice, so I'm super glad that we have a nice nurse. She even homeschooled her kids, so we've been talking about like homeschool stuff, and she's been just the sweetest. But yeah, so the last thing I think you guys might have seen is I did get my epidural. It didn't hurt this time around, thank the Lord. The epidural went really smooth. I was, though, right before the guy came in to do it, before I actually got it done, I went from like feeling like normal, not super hard contractions, to very, very painful contractions where I was like, whoa, wait, like what is happening? Lots and lots of just lower back pain and front pain. Those were probably like, I would probably say that those were some of the strongest contractions I felt in any of my labors. So it kind of like freaked me out because I was like, what is this pain? So I got up out of the bed and I was able to like go to the bathroom, pee, and then in that process I was like leaking all over myself because I told you guys that like I keep leaking amniotic fluid. So that was like a whole mess, and obviously I didn't have my camera out, but that was like the most chaotic I think of like any of my pregnancies so far. So it was a little crazy there for a little bit, and then they were like immediately like, okay, we got to get him in so he can give her the epidural. And I'm glad that we didn't delay that at all, because now that I have the epidural, I don't feel that pain. I did have a contraction while I was getting the epidural done, so I had to like hug the pillow and really try to breathe through that. But now I'm just like laying in bed and I don't feel any pain, except that like it's just weird, like my toes are kind of tingly. Like I can still move my legs a little bit, but they just like feel tingly. And then I am having contractions, but I feel like the tightening, but I don't feel like that same pain that I felt a few times before I got the epidural. The nurse did check me. She said that I'm like 6 to 7 centimeters, but that the baby's head is still a little bit high up, so hopefully the contractions will continue to push the baby down. And she upped my Pitocin, I think, to a 4. So those are like the stats that I've got. And then that's really it. We're just hanging out here waiting. I think I'm gonna FaceTime my mom and see, well, the kids are in bed, but I'm gonna FaceTime my mom because she's like so mad that she's not here, because she obviously would have loved to be here, but she's taking care of the kids. So I'm gonna call her, FaceTime her, update her. What did they do over there in the baby station? Go show me, because I can't see. She just like put some swaddle blankets opened up, right?
Certificate, all the information.
All the baby stuff.
Yeah.
We're still like dying to figure out what this baby is.
She's already made up her mind.
Yeah, the nurse seems to think, she's convinced that it's a girl. So we'll see if she's right or wrong. But if you guys are new here, if you've never seen my channel before, we have like this baby's a surprise baby. Like we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, and we haven't found out this entire pregnancy. So we're like dying to know if we're having a little baby boy or a girl. but she seems to think it's a girl, so we will see. And then they did give me like a little barf bag, by the way, because I told them I was getting a little nauseous at some points. So this is my lovely barf bag that's just like sitting here next to me. So fun times.
This definitive king of pray for us now and at the hour.
It is 11:30. The doctor checked me. Doctor's here now. She had gone home, but she's here. She checked me. She said that I'm between an 8 and a 9, like 90% of face, and that the baby was like in position 0. So baby's coming down with contractions, but I am feeling it. Like I have a lot of pressure down there. I'm just really uncomfortable, so I'm laying on my side, but it just feels really bad right now. And then the other thing is, I remember with my other births, like shaking after I deliver, like my body would shake, which is a common thing, but I'm feeling it like now, like my teeth are kind of like starting to like rattle, and my body is starting to like have like the shivers, like the convulsions, like the shakes. So I think anytime now, baby will, God willing, be here. I still don't know, the doctor still doesn't know, the nurse still doesn't know if it's gonna be a July baby or an August baby. We have 30 minutes, so we will see, but oh man. Right now I feel like there's a bowling ball, not in between my legs, but like on me, like on my pelvis and crushing me. And it hurts. So, keep you posted.
You want to say this?
What is it?
You want to say?
What is it?
It's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy!
You have a boy? Yes. You have a boy. Yay! Sean! Congratulations! Hi, Sean.
He sound, is he okay?
Yeah.
So it is 3:07 and I'm over here nursing baby. I think I started pushing like around 1. It must have been a little earlier than that. I think I pushed for a little longer than like half an hour. But baby was born at 1:26. So baby is an August 1st birthday, but baby is doing great. All the vitals looked good. So I guess I've got to tell you guys what the baby is. So we have a baby boy and we are thrilled. I'm just so happy, and so much happened, and Joe was like really helping me this time with labor. he was like holding my arm, like holding my legs, and he got to cut the umbilical cord, so there was like a lot happening. So I wasn't able to, I'll have to see like what kind of footage he got.
You got the best footage.
He got the best footage of the baby coming out. But right now it just is, it's great. Like they were able to like put him on me right after, and then they did like vitals and stuff while they were like finishing me up, because like they had to like sew me up and do all the postpartum things that they do down there, get rid of the placenta. And then he was able to nurse for a little bit. Like I had him actually nursing, and he's doing a great job right now. And then what happened? Then after that, like they came back to do some more stats and more stuff on him. I think that they're gonna come back in like an hour, in like half an hour or an hour. They're gonna come back to check him again. And at some point tonight, they move us to like a postpartum room, like a postpartum recovery room. But he is doing great, and I'm just so grateful to the Lord that he is healthy, and that it looks like I'm healthy and doing good. So thank you guys just for all the prayers, because they were absolutely felt. So once he's nursing, I'll obviously like include some more footage of him, but he is literally like an hour and a half old, and I love him so much. I love him, and he is so cute. We're trying to figure out who he looks like. Can't really tell if he looks like Jackson or Riley. Kind of looks like his own kind of dude. But yeah, overall the induction was pretty great. Like I did feel, I had a couple times where I had some pretty big contractions that were not really fun, but luckily the epidural worked. And then I was there pushing like I said, for like maybe half an hour, but they kept telling me that I was doing a good job, that I was progressing. So yeah. Huh? Thank you, Bella. Joe is like trying to get some rest, but I don't know if he's gonna get much rest. It's like 3 o'clock already. And then they brought me already like snacks and stuff, food, so I can eat Jello. Jello was the first thing that I ate after baby. And they brought me graham crackers, but I have all the snacks that I packed in my hospital bag. So I think that was a great thing that I have snacks, because at 3 in the morning, again, the hospital cafeteria is not super open. But this little guy, I keep thinking that he's gonna like pass out, and he keeps like eating. And I took him off, like I tried to like stop nursing for a minute, and then he kept putting his mouth, like his fist in his mouth. Is this still my toe? They have my blood pressure right now on my toe, but I can't quite feel it. Joseph, how do you feel? Congratulations! You have another little boy. What do you think Jackson's gonna think?
I think he'll be happy.
What do you think Riley's gonna think? Is she gonna be mad?
Might be mad.
I think she might be mad. I'm preparing myself that she's gonna be mad. Riley's continued to say like, oh, you know, I want a sister, but if I have a brother, I'll still love the baby. But we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow my mom's gonna bring the kids and obviously herself to meet the baby. But we did FaceTime Mimi and Papa, and I was able to FaceTime my sister. She was up at like 2 in the morning, so we were able to tell her the news. The little dude is doing great, and I'm just so happy. So we're gonna keep doing this, get some rest. That he hasn't held him.
It's like, okay, now I'm really.
Yeah. I think this was the worst part. So it's a little later, it's 5:08. A bunch of stuff has like kind of happened since I last picked up the camera. Mostly like they've just been coming in like every 30 minutes, hour or so to check on the baby. Joe has the baby now over there, if you guys can see, because they were getting rid of my epidural, like still in my back. So they got rid of that. They checked the baby. They were also like finishing like checking me and my bleeding and stuff, so I had to pass the baby over to Joe. But so far baby's doing good in terms of like nursing. He already pooped, which was good. So I think she said like within the first 24 hours they want to make sure that there's like one wet diaper and one poop diaper, so at least he already pooped. That is taken care of, and then they just have been monitoring like his breathing and stuff, but he looks really good. So we're getting ready. I think here very soon they're gonna move me to like the postpartum room. So yeah, look, they just got here. They brought me a wheelchair and they put the little doggy wee pad on there. So that way I'm not like bleeding all over the place. And here I've got like all my postpartum essential stuff, I'm sure. And then Joe has the baby. The baby's been sleeping there for quite some time. Do you like him? I think he's getting a little fussy, but we're gonna be switching rooms here in like just a second. Joe just has to take all the bags. Just your mom. Joe's putting all the bags. Look, we brought a lot of stuff with us. So they gave him a cart so he could load it up, and then the baby will go in the bassinet, and then they'll wheel the baby to the new room. He's so cute. I'm just glad he's not screaming.